A very warm welcome to everyone. My name is Srivatsan Raja, and in this video, we will be talking about what God really is, what is He being personified to, and why do we pray to God. I have collected a few morals from ancient texts. Today, we will be trying to break them down and understand them. By the end of this video, hopefully, we will understand if God is actually real or not. And if he is real, then what is he being personified to? And lastly, do we really need to pray to God? And without further ado, let's move right into the video. And the first moral is, as the letter A is the first of all the letters, so the eternal God is the first in the world. Meaning, all the languages in the world, it may be Spanish, English, Russian, Latin, Arabic, French, Chinese, etc. All the languages in the world have one thing in common. All the languages start with the letter A. What does this symbolize? No matter how diverse we are, no matter how distant we are, no matter how different we are, all of us and everything that we see around us had started with one force, one primary force that we call as the universe. God is nothing but the personification of the universe. Why am I saying that? Because we say God has given us everything, but the truth is the universe has given us everything. We say God has created everything, but the truth is the universe has created everything. And with that said, let us move to moral number 2. There is no use of one's knowledge if he or she does not worship God, who personifies pure knowledge. Meaning, God resembles goodness. That is why they say God is inside each and everybody. Now you may have the best education, lots and lots of wealth, so much knowledge and intelligence, but if you do not use it in the right way, then all of that is just pointless. That second you plan to do something wrong, knowing that it is evil, all the gifts that you've ever received from the universe will just go in vain. But on the other hand, if you use your knowledge to help someone in need, you will be rewarded. And I am not talking about a reward that will make you rich. I am talking about that moment, that feeling of happiness. It's just priceless. Now let's look at moral number 3. Those who meditate at the feet of God, who is void of evil and aversion, evil or sorrows will never come to them. Meaning, God resembles positivity. Everyone knows God is present everywhere. Then why do we say specific places like temple, a church or a mosque and say God is present in that specific place? In a way, if you see, that is also true, because when we step inside a temple, we forget about all the negative things and we enter wholeheartedly and positively. When there are hundreds of people sharing positive vibrations, we are unknowingly inhaling positivity and exhaling negativity. That's why they say whenever you start doing something and a work, it may be in your house, your office, or even at your school, whenever you start to do something, think about God and then start. Because that tiny spark of positive energy will repel all the negative vibes around you, and whatever you do, it will end up successful. That's why they say, those who meditate at the feet of God, who is void of evil and aversion, evil or sorrows will never come to them. Now let's look at moral number 4. Anxiety of the mind cannot be removed except from those who unite at the feet of God. Now, what does this mean? We cannot control the curiosity of our own mind to do bad things, because it has been on earth since the time of Adam and Eve, the curiosity to do bad things. It is in our blood. And in our childhood, have you heard elders telling us that if you do something evil wantedly, you will not go to heaven? Or if you do something evil, your soul will be hurt after you die? Or if you wantedly hurt somebody, God will pierce your eyes. Now, I don't know how far all this is true, but these are warnings that are being tattooed in our mind. And when we decide to do something wrong, these words will ring in our ears. And who knows, maybe we won't just do it. And even if you haven't heard these words, there is another way to stop yourself from doing bad things. That is by being religious, by praying God every single day, by praying God to be a better man every single day. And when you become religious, there is no necessity for you to control the anxiety of the mind. Your mind will slowly stop being curious of doing the bad things and start being curious of doing the good things. Now, looking at these ancient texts, let's answer the first question. What is God? I have heard a lot of people say God has created everything and that God has given us everything. It is actually the power of the universe that we call as God, because the universe has created everything and given us every single thing. But the meaning of God is far deeper than we could ever imagine, because something has created the universe itself. Maybe the power that has created the universe could be termed as God. We don't know. And for now, the simple definition of God is goodness, positivity, and true knowledge. God may have 100 names, but the truth is, it is inside each and every one of us. Goodness, positivity, and true knowledge. The trick is to just use it wisely. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching the video till the end. And if you like today's video, please hit the thumbs up icon. And if you think this video is worth sharing to your friends, please share this video, and together we'll make a difference. I promise. And as always, if there is anything that I can improve on, please tell me in the comment section. Thank you and peace.